it's a step in the right direction to see today Total and Tullow Oil coming out to announce that once again this deal has come back on the table, though in a different form. If you recall what happened in August, there had been a big dispute between the government and the oil companies around the tax treatment of this transaction. Of course, based on the statement which has been put out, it's not clear, the details are not out regarding how the tax treatment is going to be taken this time around, but I would assume that by the time it's come back on the table, the oil companies have resolved their tax contentions with the government, and you would expect that the transaction should now sail through smoothly because the major obstacle, tax, seems to have been removed.
So, Dennis, if the original deal 3 years ago was about $900 million, and finally the price is $570 million US dollars, some people argue that we have lost value in terms of tax as a country. What's your take on that assertion?
First and foremost, we have to look at the times when this deal is being made today, and the first deal when it was being made. The first deal was conceived at a time when oil prices were much higher than the situation today. If you recall right, we had an unprecedented event this year, this week on Monday, when oil prices for the first time went below negative. And for the last 1 month, we've seen oil prices go to historic lows for the last 20 years. So it wouldn't surprise me that the value of the deal has come much lower this time around compared to what it was 3 years ago.
So Dennis, do we see that now the final investment decision will come to pass? Is that the optimism we have, or do we anticipate any other complexity from your standpoint?
There are still a number of other transactions to be concluded to get to a point of final investment decision. Of course, the closure of the transaction of Tullow Oil exiting is a key milestone for Uganda to move towards a final investment decision. But there are other agreements which the oil companies still have to negotiate with the government, which of course would be much easier after we've got this elephant out of the room,